The biggest concern is the pace, the sheer tempo. There, like I said, Breeze allows for a lot more of that Ascent, traditionally a much slower, defaulty map. So definitely got my eyes on what they're able to achieve once again here on the defensive half.
Well, we dive into this one. DRX on the attacking side, and it will be Leviathan on the defensive side. And that hyper mobility, that instant proactive play, they're quick to it. But the site will be lost by this point. DRX keeping things simple. Straight in on the B site, it'll be a post plant instantly.
And this is the plan from the get-go with that wall invested where it is. Look how early they're coming straight towards cannon already. All these steps going to be heard, though.
No, there's more than one. Oh, the timing is dangerous now. Zest actually going to catch Shy first and foremostly, and he's going to keep going. This is lovely work from them. Big numbers found early for DRX here. This pistol looking a little out of reach for Leviathan. As an Adverso. Still connecting some shots here, but time is of the essence. It's starting to dwindle. Actually, already slipping towards the site, though. A little bit of problems could have occurred here. Couldn't quite catch stacks. And the time's going to get away from Adverso. It's a 1v3. Any more damage would be nice, but again, good work from DRX to stabilize coming into map 2.
And a little too much focus there on committing to the flank. Not enough coming through from tunnel, and I think actually DRX had fantastic information towards spawn as well. I'm sure if Adverso was tagged away initially, but appears as if they respected this setup. Nothing really going their way outside here. In that regard, again, credit where it's due to Zest and Marco, really, to keep that in check. A total switch up here once again. Actually, it's 4 people from Leviathan prioritizing towards mid early on, looking for a pick. DRX is a little deeper, and actually, Marco will find the first on the back of the Trailblazer.
Homework can only tell you so much about DRX. We've already seen the proofs in the pudding on map 1 that Leviathan can stand up to the challenge. But again, where do those options get really drawn from? Taco already going to connect towards Zest. That's not bad, but that now notes that presence towards middle, so they're going to be very cognizant of that going forward. And beyond Taco, obviously, it is classics. So really, he is the only big danger man here. Unless they get a position that doesn't get checked or potentially DRX gets sloppy, the flash should give away enough. King unfazed by the first, but it's Marco to check. And so far, so good now with that one loss. Oh, the timing.
Time in there, Buzz.
I win again.
Still a little bit of damage. It's 2v3. Adverso trying to draw the attention. Keep that in mind as Taco is building closer. Still being checked on, but good work from Buzz. Taco very close towards the site. I think they've got an idea he could be close, but I don't think they think he could be this close.
Already an opportunity here to reset after the plant. Marco will spot him out. 3 left in the Headhunter, though. 3 to find. See what damage he can do as well. Already 2 fallen for DRX, so make this next round any more difficult here, but the spam comes through. Taco down to 5 HP now, just going to give it up. RB will find it. DRX at least stabilizing here in the early rounds, and the key things to look out for is how late that wall's invested. They're anticipating a repeat from map 1.
Yep.
Even though they put it behind them, definitely, mentally. They're at least expecting this.
Good beginnings for Buzz, Marco. Bear in mind, some of these players were sitting on, you know, the James Bond, the one frag, very, very slow starts in that previous map. So for them already to come out and just start feeling out the game. It was shock and awe after that first map, but we are going to see the buy come in for Leviathan. Other side, of course, kind of cruising on the bonus. Not too bad, though.
I mean, 2 rifles to kind of bolster this a little bit. Marco down on the Sheriff. And committing to taking this opening duel, though, from Taco. It's an awkward angle to clear.
Let's see what he can get for it. Taco going to let the first in. He does actually look for it as well. Now he's in danger. Has to respect the follow-up. Give up at least that initial control on the site. High flash comes in. Shy's going to get the flash through, but it's actually RB to burst on the site. Finds 3 for himself. Sweeps through the site, and now the spike should be able to go down, just about getting away from danger. Barely alive. Buzz on 1. And it's getting precarious out here.
Agility actually almost finding this kill onto RB, but 54 HP, and he dips his toes once again. Finds the 4th. Just leaving Melson out. Got himself past, though. He should be able to get this angle onto RB, but he's actually slipped through.
Oh, I like this. Goes a little bit deeper. thought that could have been it. That could have been beautiful work. A good attempt, but got to say it, RB this round. That's impact you need from him.
Absolutely, comes through. Opens this site wide open. Actually, it's Shy just banking on Taco, finding something on the back of his flash, but RB flipping that one right back in DRX's favor. Again, initially, I mean, Leviathan able to mitigate a lot of this utility burn up coming through the choke point. Taco just stays by it. Again, the Trailblazer comes through the dash. He's got the drone to deal with, opts to shoot. None of them commit to trying to find one of those kills.
Shutting them down.
He's pressured off it.
Enemy suppressed.
Here.
Well, DRX can take this after finding a little comfort here, at least in the start of Breeze.
It's good for the mental. Just that little bit of course correction. Just going, okay, let's just feel out the game. Get a little bit of safety behind us, then we can start exploring a little more. Get the lay of the land. Leviathan, still an unknown quantity. Coming to this in this purchase. Nothing to take lightly, kind of just playing this out with that lean towards the A site, the deeper push coming from Melza towards B. So potentially in the right place for it. DRX looking to try and keep things clean. Similar scenes, RB going to make it towards the site, and it's King. Finds connection, RB gone. More information was found and an attack found. Oh, that could have been a moment. But he's in danger. The flash well's timed. Oh, I thought there was a chance for it. Stacks gets to keep his life. There's the chip damage. Any more to come through? Not just yet, but they are weak. They are the walking wounded, and Taco is still alive. There are still sheriffs out and about. Looking for the impacted Verso. The timing almost had it now. Does. Shy's got Stacks. It's Buzz and it's Marco. And they need to dig their heels in and keep control of this round.
Last player standing.
Well, actually swings out from that. Lucky not to get punished, but he's tacked down to 59 HP. Adverso now. Sheriff in hand. Maybe just going to look to do some damage here, obviously on the Thrifty. Buzz will close things out. Finds his third. DRX put their fourth on the board. Well handled in the end, but it got a little scary there.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with that chip damage coming through. I'm sure I think it was Zest, actually, that was the one that managed to avoid that shock dart, but he was already very low HP.
Yeah, very much so. 4-0, though. Buy it back out, and we do actually get to see Taco now with that upgraded look coming in with the Operator. I do want to see how he looks on this map again. I think a lot of us were very impressed after map one.
Well,
a new name to add into the mix.
The fact that Taco got the Operator online so early on Ascent as well was kind of where they were able to build behind that. The wind was in their sails at that point.
Absolutely.
So expect this to be the round potentially where Leviathan resort back to actively looking for these duels.
I do want to see if they have any slight variation just to be cognizant of the fact that that Operator is probably out. Oh, the mid-controlled work for early on as well from DRX. First time we're really seeing them vie for that pillar control, potentially building up towards elbow. Initially falling away. No real note of that Operator just yet.
He's holding a pretty passive angle, actually. See him tucked up. In tube just outside the door. Again, we get past the 60-second mark, and DRX, no progress towards either side just yet. See if we're going to try their luck once again on A. Whether or not the door is open, we didn't even note that from Taco's POV. The Seeker's sent out. It's not going to tell them an awful lot, but rough positioning noted.
Again, this isn't great for Taco either. The site's going to have the plant coming in. Oh, be careful.
You want to play?
Keeps his life.
Let's play.
Oh, gets popped. They really want to secure this one in the post plant. No messing around here, and they've got good holds as well. They're not too pushed back just yet, but it is a 5v5 post plant. This is going to get messy.
Shy is actually going to be the first to find one. RB still on 26 HP.
Zest is on the way. Needs attention drawn elsewhere. Timing could be an issue. Let's see. It does get noted. Does get spotted. Still going to get one. Taco with the trade, but now here comes the take. RB on the site. Only good for one himself. Going to at least find Melza, but it's traded out quickly. Buzz popped that out ult earlier. Marco trying to play time, and time is of the essence.
One enemy remaining.
Leviathan are running out of it. Shy going to get the frag, but it's all for naught. DRX going to carry on forward, and it did get messy, Mike, but it was their round regardless.
Well, they got the benefit of the economy as well. The ultimate's just about coming online for Leviathan in this round. Tour de force here. Hunter's Fury as well. A lot burnt up from DRX at least. The Seekers to try and open that round up. The Blade Storm and the Tour de Force popped in the post plant, but Leviathan yet to really have a say in these rounds. It's fairly polarizing from what we saw on Ascent. At a much different pace than what I was expecting. Like I said, typically Ascent played out much slower here, and Breeze, again, when you don't have the benefit they had from Ascent, which is the economy behind it and being able to steamroll behind some things that offset that, looking as if it's fairly all in towards V.
Aggressive start, Taco. That's a barrel noted. He knows there's a player around here. Flash comes in, has to get out of there, but information found. It's not like he's irrelevant to the round just yet. Has to be cautious though, and it looks like DRX are going to pick up the pace in towards the side. RB was monstrous before, and it looks like he might be again. Taco needs to play his life. Can't hit the shot mid-air, but RB is reigning supreme. Beautiful work, facilitating the plant, and we're into the post plant already.
This was a comfortable setup as well. Verso just about now picking up the slack through arches, but should be picked up. I mean, RB respects it for the time being. Don't risk too much here. Rifle found, Buzz finds it on the cross. 2 more left. It's just King and Melsa.
Enemy remaining.
And DRX. Comfortable hold now. I think King's even going to be given the consolation RB for the third, and looking much better for these clearances again. Many differences to how Leviathan are playing this out. Don't have that emphasis on either side of the map in terms of the defensive setup or looking to get proactive. Again, none of these massive factors that we were identifying on Ascent in terms of the utility investment. Unfortunately, Taco just missing a couple of shots as well, which wasn't the case in map 1.
Yep.
Loxies are fake.
Yeah, as soon as that initial exchange kind of went the way it did with DRX taking the site, the spike down, that round was kind of wraps considering the purchase. All invested. Melza. More of that standard start from DRX here, taking that mid control, starting to build up a little less one-dimensional here. Contact found. Buzz going exploring. He's got some room to work with this.
They have to navigate their way around this Viper's pit. Invest RB.
Excuse me.
Actually eating a ton of damage here in mid, but Buzz walking all the way through, still loses out to Adverso though. An awkward engagement to say the least. Now actually, Leviathan able to commit a third at least, but Adverso backing away just after getting the heal.
Great timing on the flash.
Flash will confirm presence outside B.
And Taco this time not missing. Takes down RB and now Shy on the docket. Has to deliver. Taco still by his side. It's a shutdown. Good control from Leviathan. Just controlling that tube push up. Really situated them well the rest of this round, leaving Marco
30 seconds left.
1v5. Can at least cost Taco his life, but the operator can be recovered. Leviathan get to keep 4 up.
Put themselves on the board as well. Beautifully considered with the switch up here around the Viper's pit setup. Taco this time around does deliver with the first. It's a beautiful shot to RB.
He's quite good at this game.
Intrigued here with how DRX continued through this half. Well, not Leviathan actually. And now that they are on the board, we do see Taco look to explore a little deeper. He's going to swing out from B main here. Everyone on the other side of it.
Like this. He's getting opportunities.
Getting another miss from him.
Has to keep swinging though. And actually, Adverso the one to punish RB.
Again, it's RB that has to deal with the drone. There's nobody there playing with it. I mean, Zest potential line of sight to deal with that, but I mean, the previous round it was just notable damage. This time around, RB actually punished on the back of the tag. Take away some of the bite. Zest.
Right here.
Delete King.
That was filth. Way too early in the day to be showing that sort of thing. 4v4 now. Spike on roof, 2 players here. Quick rotation from Adverso, but he's been handled. Melzer the only one standing. Might have to try and just play his life to keep some position. Spike now can come in. And the ult invested too, just to ensure a little bit further safety.
Should allow them to play pretty deep towards main as well. Well, even Marco actually just going to give this ultimate up. He's playing outside it right now. flank coming through, but look how deep Stax is playing.
Oh, Buzz. Lovely work, good positioning. DRX look like they've got this one sewn up, but I think Leviathan have noted that. Want to keep that operator and rifle in the hand of Shy. Not worth overcommitting to this now, but I think Stax is already going hunting. So let's see if he can actually cost them these weapons.
He's going to hear the steps now. If they can remove the operator, be huge for them coming into the next. Sassy tackle all the way back to the spawn. It will be noted here with the pressure onto Shy. Stax finally cleans it up.
He's got both.
Find it
He's
as
got
well.
both.
That's huge from Stax to chase them down. Like I said, playing very late towards Cannon just to protect the TP back towards mid. And no real threat on sight. DRX is holding. Actually, yes, the angle here. I mean, there's no way. There's no way that Zess even has line of sight on that. This is the crazy thing. You see in some of these clips, it's like these are the guys that just got absolutely rolled in the previous map.
Korean sounds real different today. 7-1 though. They have kind of awoken the beast here. Leviathan have poked and prodded DRX to feel like they've actually leveled up a bit here themselves, bringing out a very strong game after that first map. Absolute shocker of a result. To go back in, and the pace is uncontrollable. Stax getting aggressive. All tagged up, does get taken down, and actually Melza, I thought the third could have even come through. Gets stopped at 2. And Zest and Marco need to be very careful because there's still one on the side. The first has found one. Trade comes out. Zest now in the 1v2. Oh, an easy position, but a little ahead there. Untradeable. And Shy's going to get in the end. The HP very low for Zest, but got a little nervous there.
You almost think there with this is the sort of thing we were talking about on Ascent. As soon as that pressure comes through outside A main, DRX immediately respond, try and pick up the slack towards Tunnel, and actually Stax way ahead of expectations here to find the kill onto King. We find the knock onto him here. Melza unlucky not to find a follow-up kill there with the vulnerability. Leviathan weather the storm there, get their second. And the Perch is going to suffer a little bit behind it. Just the headhunter for Taco. Guardian in the hands of King. I see Taco already retrieving the orb outside A, so total lack of presence here means that there's very, very deep control.
This should be a very clear, concise picture being painted. How much can Leviathan do? Look at the pressure that's surrounding them. It's from all sides. And it's so beautifully done by DRX. Categorically taking the site and not missing a crumb of it. It's already cooked.
Oh, he spikes down ahead of the 60-second mark. This mid-split just completely blindsiding Leviathan. Like I said, with just really Adverso being the one to play towards. That's a couple of rounds Leviathan have explored it. DRX have now identified that. They're trying to exploit it.
What are you meant to do now? Just keep committing, I guess, yeah. Get nothing for it.
Here.
Well, try not loving life anymore. Buzz just really making sure. Really.
I mean, it's Taco. You got to make sure he's down. You got to make sure he's down.
Yep.
Here.
I think there's a player here.
Shy, maybe just check the mini-map real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Have a little look. Again, though, we have to come back to the scoreline. It's pretty dire for Leviathan right now.
I mean, again, to play devil's advocate, similar to what I was saying, you have to give context. So if it is just an anomaly, what we saw on Ascent, it is massively concerning. There are regional losses for Leviathan that obviously would be a concern coming in, playing against a team like DRX. Whether or not now DRX, maybe a lack of respect in the first half of that. It's hard to really quantify there once they consider the map is lost, whether or not they even really show anything else to us.
Yeah, that's a conversation that, gosh, I mean, it's one to be had for sure, because it did seem out of character, but again, then you'd see some element of that being replicated here, but sitting at 2-8, very different scenes, and this obviously opens up the discussion for the third map, which would be Haven, so it piqued my curiosity.
Well, I mean, I'm just... the same argument to make Haven one of the Maps is best to watch for some of this defensive proactivity. Actually, Levi exploring mid initially, now actually flashing themselves through shop here. Taco will find the first. RB will fall.
Here.
DRX immediately beelining towards the other site. And that retake set up here once again for Leviathan. Should be pretty easy to get site access here. Optic Fury will slow things down. How is Shy here? Okay, thank God Marco's there. Didn't spot Marco behind it, but protecting that use of the drone brings us to a 4v3 now for DRX.
Trap destroyed.
Nice. Need 3 more of those.
Here.
There's now where there's someone on the other side of this. There's the reveal. We're still going to get done in. Buzz is down.
Well.
Adverso could actually get the drop on this too. Yeah, absolutely. Some crack showing here for DRX. It do make me a little worried at times, but again, fiery players for Leviathan, giving them a small window.
I mean, a slight mistiming there. Buzz is pinging for a flash to come through. I think it takes maybe an extra half second from Stax' distance to that wall. He's just caught off guard, but
Last round before the switch.
maybe not going to have an adverse effect overall here with a 5-round deficit. That's fine. Even an 8-4 here would be a massive positive for DRX after map 1.
For sure.
Coming to the last, the Viper's pit. So whether or not we're going to see that similar lean towards mid and B that we did see, and that kind of committal to at least entertaining RB, right? Giving him an opportunity to find the opener. See, actually positioned here towards tunnel. Taco going to try and make use of this operator.
And Taco's committing straight down. This could be huge. Did he know the player? Just goes astray. Has to relinquish that aggression and start now. And the commitment in the middle isn't really stopping. Hold there. Another spot.
Go again. Yeah. Still eats some spam here, RB. Down to 73 HP.
Teleport's ready.
Verso been really good for this chip damage on the back of his drone. And nobody really in a supportive system here for RB to find some space. We force back. Pick up this heal. He's got no dash to enter onto B here, though. Taco posted up with the operator. Actually, no smoke left either. He's only got an updraft.
So RB trying to work his way in. Taco needs to do well here. Shy at the back of the site actually succeeds against RB, and Taco's still going to be fine. Doesn't get too much pressure his way just yet, but with Shy falling, the site's looking lost. Spike can go down, but support's on the way. It'll be tricky to dig these players out of these post-plant positions, but they certainly have the possibility. Still utility with King. Flashes are plenty. Versa with a little to work with as well. They need to get a wiggle on now.
Time ticking away here, just maybe waiting on the recon to come through, but not really going to tell them an awful lot. Verso swinging through Taco as well, going to find one.
Good flash, good trade. King still kept them in this one. Buzz and Marco locked out from the site for now. Having to kind of play third party to this. Sprays in and actually connects, takes down Buzz. Did not get it to halfway. The reveal, it's not pretty for Marco. He has to stabilize. The view's going to come through, and I'm pretty sure they got that in the bag. It's a small window of chance. But Leviathan getting 4 gives them a little bit of hope here.
Switching sides.
But then the last couple of rounds, they got a little something going on here.
We at least have an opportunity here to at least test the depth of some of this attacking structure from Leviathan as early on. Well, a beautiful set piece here with some of the utility coming through. If Leviathan can find any heal to the back of it, RB stands his ground though.
And I don't know how, but he's still fragging him and Stacks in combination. Lock it down. DRX mean business now. Whole different look to them there. And you're right, I have no idea how RB was alive after that fight.
No, I mean, he should have fallen the first. Ends up getting 3 here on the pistol. Against some support coming in from Stacks as well. It looked like a very well coordinated hit. I mean, even coming down, bailing Stacks out here for the second. We're talking about needing some confidence boosters, and that's the way to close out the pistol round in the second half.
He's
sure if we have a translator on site, but
he's been on the Duolingo, he has. Not Spawn. Right.
Well, that's what you get.
How do you say shut up in... right, anyway, 4-9 as we stand. Bit of a weird start. Just a sharp reminder, I feel.
Nice and stacked up though. All be invested. Cross over here actually, and look at the utility coming through from DRX there.
Oh.
Shock dart and the snake bite coming through. We're going to reposition here. Isolates one ahead of the ball. The spam coming through. Zest actually the one to come out on top of that though. Shy or full.
Taco's
still doing
they're still
work,
doing
though.
damage. They're still doing damage. Don't think it's over yet. They know where he is. Taco, just does the dance and stacks. A little too quick on his feet. But Mel's just got a bulldog recovered. Doggo ain't got all that info. Buzz, I don't think gave away his position. I don't think he'd been noted just yet. Targo hadn't got to that part of the fight. Just noting stacks and considering this more than enough. Mauser needs
30 seconds
to
left.
find one of these two.
Stacks needs bailing out once again here. He's the low HP. Buzz will find it.
Nice work from Buzz.
It made him sweat though. Got
Danger.
interest in there with, initially with DRX, a massive advantage in terms of finding the kill ahead of that wall. But Taco still present.
That's
Numerically here, not reflecting his map 1 performance. 9 and 13 here on Breeze. Still putting in work for Leviathan.
Oh, this is a round, isn't it? Really, that needs to start cleanly for Leviathan in my mind. If they do want to really make a proposal for this map being close. DRX do a load of damage, still looking competitive. Map 3 looking pretty much there. But 10 rounds, double digits coming in. Taco, let's see what we can do here. I want to start building those first couple of steps in towards Tube, but it's not like they're not being proactive towards middle.
deploying drone.
DRX conceding some of this space at least early on, but slowed down by some of the utility being invested now by DRX. Stacks and Buzz actually going to retake. Back outside tunnel. RB dancing with death here. First a jump peak. Again, actually just misses the dash as well. I think he expected to be able to dash backwards through double doors there, but will survive on 80 HP. Position noted. Taco still trying to find space through tube. Got to be careful here because Marco actually playing on backside and one player behind yellow. Going to be difficult to counter that pressure, but just a little bait and switch here to get the door open. We'll TP off.
Yep, we still need to get past that first hurdle that is RB. Not going to be checked on. No, very much checked on now. RB would be lucky to keep his life, and he doesn't. Marco. Already found on the side itself. Leviathan yet to fully cross. That's a little dangerous, King. Knife to hand, and now Zest gets a shot at this one. It's cleaning up in the end. And actually, DRX making a real go of this. This is a problem. It's all falling to pieces here. As they're tucked on the side, there's no time. This is Rabs. This is looking like DRX have stabilized. Taco has to respect this. He can't do any more. Wow, 11-4 now.
Yeah, it's scrappy on site here. It's Leviathan almost hesitating to force the issue behind this wall. And actually, this was RB with a massive oversight. I assume oversight. Plays this one-and-done position and doesn't have the dash, just has the updraft. It's the Trailblazer and the drone coming through at the same time. So Leviathan almost get what they want coming through here. And actually, to be fair, Zest is just alive for what feels like 10 minutes longer than he should be. Reinforcements come through from Marco.
Now, not quite to the same degree, and DRX looking like a different beast altogether. We go back in at 11-4, and you're right, it is light armor, it is sheriffs, and, well, King with a rifle.
Actually, Taco passing it across. We'll retrieve the orb outside A in shop. Trying to kill or two. Be able to get it online here. Buzz.
Too far.
Ready to try and defend tube, though. Taco doesn't give him a peek. That's almost anticipating a little aggression here from DRX, but look at the minimap. Look how much respect they're paying here just to play deep, forcing Leviathan to explore basically the entire map to look for this first blood.
Blinded.
And rightly so, we have been seeing a notable amount of those.
I mean, DRX's anti-ecos on Ascent were abysmal,
Yes.
so
One of the
it's
things that
great.
has to be tuned
It's
up.
great to see that step change.
Yeah. Again, no proofs in the pudding. No early success, though, here for Leviathan, looking to maybe catch people out of position, but again, the flash is kind of telling a story. I don't think they get the information they wanted here. RB a little uncomfortable. The Stack's still standing. Going to find King. Going to find the follow-up. Melzer down anymore. Oh, he's got more. Stack's making it look comfy. 4 standing, 12 achieved. DRX back on track.
there's just no pop to some of these hits towards site, and DRX able to just, honestly, just stand tall at the front door. Stacks and RB, again, not feeling an awful lot of pressure behind that, even with the utility investment. Again, a little off timing here. When the dart comes through and the knife goes through, it's they can turn comfortably, shoot it. There's no attention drawn from that choke point.
Tough times now for Leviathan. Only 4 beside them, not making impact in this half at all. DRX looking like the team we expected to see at the start of the day, showing face in second map. And Buzz going walkabouts. No one really to greet him on this side of the map.
RB as well. Look how deep he's down tube already.
Good note. RB's exploration mission could prove fruitful or could prove a disaster. Mills is going to get that, and now it could be the go signal. Let's see what they do with this now. It does seem as though the pace may be picked up off the back of this. Seeker's going to go in, and similar scenes, we've seen this before. They didn't go well last time. Let's see if that's improved.
Second snake bite actually sent through here. Stacks
Spike is
should have heard that, but
Spike
actually
down A.
won't. Actually might get flanked through here from mid. Actually, Shy and Mel's are the ones to find the kills. Taco looking to progress even further as the plant comes through.
Plant down. Zest and Buzz. Buzz already making a little bit of progress closer, but Shy's going to catch him. And Taco looking like he wants to try and find that final player. And Zest tries to just escape more than anything. Actually, an operator recovered too. That's not bad.
For Leviathan to really keep 4 alive here. Zest take one away. Taco with that operator. Finds the trade quick enough. Leviathan up to 5 now. And on the back of RB looking, again, on this mission here. Drifts right in. Leviathan slow down the early round a little bit. And they benefit from it.
¿Vas ahí? Oh, espera. Fuera, loco. Tengo mi ulti.
Yeah, Taco and Melsa do have their ultimates up here. Well, they can get themselves onto site, get this Viper's pit set up. Looks as if it's a little pacier towards A here. Taco desperate to try and get this door open as quickly as possible.
Absolutely pacier. This time RB. Here's the commit, and this is much better timed. Dips through the wall just right, pops the ult, and he carries on further forward. He wants to get right above the thick of it, he does. The stray dagger just slices the throat of Adverso, and now you're down to 3. Taco, yes, quick progress, but all for naught it feels. This time, what can Taco do with this? Shy and Melza, they're tucked in. They can't really cleanly make it through. Maybe. No, Zest. Perfect timing. And this is DRX looking so much better, so much more in control.
I'll be actually trying to spam a couple of audio cues, almost bait Melsa to shoot him, but the Viper's Pit doesn't actually cover them onto default, so they have to find the kill. Melsa will be traded.
So on the superstar from map 1, Taco to keep this going. DRX looking to close this out and just get to the third, get away from that disaster of map 1. Leviathan going against the odds.
30 seconds.
Taco would have to do it again. 30 seconds now to work out a miracle. It ain't gonna happen. Lest you forget, this is DRX. Favorites at times. Finding the composure we know that they have.
Yeah, bouncing back here is, like I said, not a lot of pressure coming through from Leviathan. Similar to the first map, DRX able to set up in some of these positions that they're always going to find value from, right? So a little disappointed to see that, a total contrast, I'll be honest, between the two maps. And these are the sorts of things we talk about when there are kind of these difficulties translating that regional performance across here to the international stage.
You're absolutely right. It's why we love to see reps getting in. The more times you see them in international stages, you get to learn that full capability. However, watching this back, got to highlight RB a little here. The guy had a...
Stepped up.
Yeah.
He had a stinker on a send.
Absolutely did, and he's found a bit more of that form. And what a time to do it as well. Just to correct the errors, correct that ship that was going a little astray here. Beautiful pistol as well to kick things off in that second half too. Really did have a lot of impact for the side.
Absolutely did. And coming across the Haven, it's... I mean, the hope is that then Leviathan have some of these set pieces kind of coordinated to make use of their defensive side.